Hi, everybody. I'm back. So, we are going to continue. I hope you enjoyed the movie. I might be referring to bits and pieces of it as we go along. So, the first thing that we have to continue about with ancient Greece is the climate of Greece. Now, I will tell you firsthand experience. I was in Greece during the summer and it is hot. Ooh, did you guys all see the picture of Santorini in that video? It is as beautiful in person as it is in the pictures. Beautiful white buildings with the blue roofs on the building. Oh, you've never seen anywhere so beautiful. And the food in ancient Greece, that's a whole different story. Mm, two thumbs up. Two thumbs. Okay. But they do have very mild winters. The temperatures do not drop drastically. So it's a very pleasant place to live if you like heat. Okay, to continue. So Greece had a lot of rocky soil, and that makes big farms very close to impossible. They didn't have like wheat and barley and corn. What they did grow and what they are still known for today are their grapes and olives. And there's a great story between where the people of Athens were trying to pick a patron god or goddess to be their city. And the contest became down to Poseidon and Athena. And Poseidon made this giant geyser in the middle of the city, and it was spurting out water everywhere. And the Athenians were like, it's okay, but we're kind of surrounded by water anyway. So what do we need a geyser for? And then Athena, the patron goddess of knowledge and warfare, she came and planted an olive tree dead smack in the middle of that geyser. And the olives bloomed. And from then on, well, first of all, they definitely picked Athena, which made for controversy between Poseidon and Athena later on. But that's a whole different story. But Greece became known for their olives, olive oil, okay? But one cannot live on olives alone. Trust me, I have tried. I love olives, but you can't do it. So they also got most of their food from the sea. Okay, which, if you've ever heard of the Mediterranean diet, and again in the video, I don't know if you remember hearing this or not, but more people in Greece live longer lives than anywhere else. And part of the reason is their diet, which is a lot of seafood, a lot of high fat foods like olive, good fat foods, not sugar or candy, but stuff like olives. Okay. And the seas became a huge part of their economy. Okay. Now, I definitely mentioned before, where we talked about the mountainous region, that it had pros and cons. Well, one of the good things about the mountains is it helped protect the ancient Greeks by making it difficult for foreigners to attack. Remember, we talked about ancient Egypt, how the desert made it hard for people to attack them? Well, the same in Greece. The mountains made it very, very difficult to attack. But it also had things that weren't good about the mountains. It made it difficult for people to share ideas. People weren't going to travel all over the mountains and communicate. So there was a less exchange of ideas, and it made each Greek city state, which we'll talk about in a minute, very different from each other, even different governments so far. So, for instance, one was a democracy, one was an oligarchy, very, very different. Okay. Another thing that it made the mountains made unification difficult. Unification means bringing together as one. Now, even though once in a blue moon the Greeks did unite to fight against a common enemy, for the most part, they spent most time fighting against themselves. So they were not unified because they were so different from each other. Okay, cute little picture there. Okay, so instead of forming under one government, they all formed what are called city states. And what's a city state? City state is an independent city with its own government and economic system. They didn't rely on each other for economy. Okay. Now, the reason why they're still the common country is because they did share the same culture, they had the same language, and they had the same religious beliefs. They all believed in the same gods and goddesses. And we're going to stop there with geography for today. I'm going to ask that you continue with the slides. Each one is self-explanatory. You're going to be filling in a graphic organizer, and you're going to be answering some questions. So I'll see you on the next lesson. Mwah.